Hello and welcome back to Popcorn Chat. I hope you're all doing well. In this week's video, I'm going to run through my thoughts on Euphoria Season 2. So let's get into it. I was a massive fan of Season 1 of Euphoria. I recommended it to anyone and everyone. I really enjoyed it. Don't know if enjoyed is the right word, but I thought it was a really creative, well-made show that allowed actors that were in films and stuff to perform and have that space to perform. So I was really excited when Season 2 was coming out this year. Season 2 carries on from Season 1 as they're back at high school and Rue has started using again, and we sort of follow this storyline of, you know, things coming up from Season 1, such as Jules' sort of sex tape. We have a new relationship with certain characters. We get to know more of those side characters. So it's what you liked in the first one with a little bit more. So what are my overall thoughts of Season 2? I thought it was a good series. I think it started really strong. I think there was some really good sort of moments. However, as it sort of progressed, it's only 8 episodes long anyway, I thought it dipped a little bit in terms of keeping my attention. What I did like about Season 2 is the fact that it focused a little bit more on those side characters that we didn't really get to know much in the first series, such as Lexi, Fezco and Ashtray. I thought it gave these characters such a good platform and we got to understand their backstory a lot more, and there was definitely that payoff as the season went on. What was interesting about the first half of Season 2 especially was with Rue's character. Like, she wasn't a likeable character with what she was doing through the drug abuse and the character she was becoming, but in those last few episodes when she starts to sort of, you know, go through rehab and withdrawal symptoms, she sort of finds herself again. And, you know, from the beginning of the season I was like, I'm not liking Rue's character at all. Is this going to keep me entertained? Like, you know, because it's the main character. But I think she gets there in terms of understanding why she's acting this way, and she has a lot of making up to do, a lot of apologies to her friends and family, and we see that later on in the series. So I think they handled it really well, but it made me a little bit hesitant at the beginning of the series. Another element which I thought was done really well in Season 2 was Rue's sort of acceptance of why did she do this in the first place, and her sort of coming to terms with the loss of her father. And I think the scenes in that was so powerful and touched me very much so in terms of like a personal element. I think they handled it really well. I thought the dialogue in those moments, you know, were literally, I could feel those emotions, like I could feel that, and I think it was written so well. And Zendaya just did it justice completely. On top of that, the performances were great once again. Season 1 were amazing, you know, introducing me to some actors that I'd never seen before. And Season 2 just proved that they were there for the right reason. They can do this job very well. Zendaya once again exceeds herself in terms of performance. I think she shows a real range this series. Then there's other actors such as Sydney Sweeney, and I think there's moments in there where I think she's giving a really good performance, but then other times it's quite hysterical. And in that moment it makes me laugh, but there's some points where she's just so over the top, like the character's just feeling all these emotions. She's very much an emotional character, but it just made me laugh at times. I don't know if I was supposed to do that. Sam Levinson brings such a creative eye to a TV show. It feels so cinematic in terms of the set, the cinematography, the costume design. Every element makes it feel like a film. Every episode is so beautiful. And there's thought there in the camera movements, the design, the symbolism. There's so many things that Sam brings to this TV show, and he does it once again in Series 2. I think he's outdone himself, definitely. Going back to my point about side characters, I loved the part at the beginning of the episode, I think it was 3, possibly 4, where we learn about Cal, Nate's dad, and we learn about his situation and his sort of, you know, coming of age and understanding who he was. And the sort of tragedy of that all, and, you know, why he might feel the way he does and react the way he does. I thought that was really beautiful done, and that was like the first, you know, 15 minutes of an episode, and it was totally worth it to get that character, and I just think it was beautifully well done. What I find so gripping about Euphoria as a whole is the dialogue, and the stories are very gritty, but they're grounded in reality. The dialogue is so genuine, it feels so authentic. And the sort of grittiness comes out in the truth of, you know, drug abuse and family dynamics and relationships. But I think it just, when I catch those certain sentences in the show, it just was like, whoa, like that's fucking real. That's really attainable for a lot of people. So I think Sam Levinson and his team do really well. In Euphoria, I think Season 2, not as engaging and shocking as season 1, but all in all, I thought it was a good series, and I'm curious to see if they do a series 3. Will they? Probably. Hope you guys enjoyed my review of Euphoria Season 2. Let me know your thoughts of the show down below. Did you enjoy Season 1 or Season 2 more? And what do you expect for Season 3? I'd love to check out your thoughts, and I'll see you guys very soon for another popcorn chat.